I'll first of all start with the background to the employment situation in Zimbabwe. Using the 2012 National Census to analyze youth employment in Zimbabwe, currently the population is estimated at 13 million, with the youth constitution close to 60%. Therefore, unemployment is considered to be very high, especially amongst the youth, which constitute 54% of the labor force, and these are mostly engaged in the informal sector. The literacy rate in Zimbabwe is very high, with about 3,000 young people graduating, but only 10% are absorbed in the formal sector. And therefore, the youth are the major economically active group within the population of Zimbabwe. We have a project that we are working on towards a computerized registration and placement services. This is the Model Employment Office. This arose as an initiative towards the computerization of registration and placement services of job seekers of the public employment services. This was a direct response to the weak information management systems that the PS was encountering. The project so far has seen the acquisition of computers, software for registration and placement of seekers, and internet installation. The system is currently accessible on the local area network. With the internet installation, the services will be upgraded so that it is web-enabled and accessible on a web browser. Functions currently performed on the local area network are registration of job seekers, job matching and selecting, as well as maintaining employer records. Hence, there is a database for registered unemployed persons. We are moving towards a web-based placement system. A web portal will be designed to accommodate peculiarities of the labor market in line with the labor market needs of Zimbabwe labor force, to advertise available vacancies and the provision of an interactive design on a labor market information. We want to maximize on telecommunications technology, as we've seen that there is an increased number of people in Zimbabwe who now use mobile phones. So if you use the diagram there, we can see that there's a mobile data. These are people who have in phones who connect to the web portal, and with that, we'll be marketing and publicizing the public employment services. Going to the facts and figures on why we want to maximize on telecommunications technology, we have noticed that mobile phones are the cheapest and simplest mode of communication. And it has been noticed that there was a 97% penetration of the use of mobile phones in Zimbabwe. The rapid use of mobile phones in the rural areas exceeds 80%. Therefore, for us to be able to cater for the youth and to be able to reach out to all the youth, even in the rural areas, we've decided to use the mobile telephone, since everyone has now an access to it. The mobile data, we hope to create a web portal that is enabled on the phone. So we have a web version of the website created so that people who will be using phones will be able to register online using their phones. Placements are going to be made from a certain criteria of shortlisting, following which bulk SMSs will be generated and sent to shortlisted candidates. And then upon notification, job seekers will make physical visits to the office to present their credentials so that we have a more transparent registration. But first of all, they can do all their registration on using their phones. And then we have two services that we want to cater for. One that will provide for the employees, and the other that will provide for the employers, so that everybody has access to it, and the employers are able to analyze employees' documents, and they can shortlist candidates online The same with services for employers. Job seekers can access the web portal through internet connection to their phone. They are able to receive notifications of vacancies as they are posted, and shortlistings and placements are also taken on the mobile. The use of social networks. We have seen that in Zimbabwe there's a growing increase in the number of people who are using Facebook and WhatsApp. Hence, the PES will want to create a platform on these social networks, as they are the ones that are mostly used by people in Zimbabwe. Mostly the youth, since we know that the youth are always online, and these have been seen as the favorites that they'll use. So we hope to have a Facebook page on which the job seekers will like the page with inquiries sent to the PES inbox. And we hope to have an administrator who will manage the page and will be responsible to inquiries and give information and feedback to the services that we'll provide as PES of Zimbabwe. This platform enables the interaction between the public and the PES to enhance the effectiveness of our services, as this will allow anyone to be able to say out any opinion that they feel. If it's improvement on the services that we'll provide, it will be a very good platform for us to be able to discuss and interact. And in the event that job seekers, when they get employed, if they have problems that they encounter with the employers, they can also interact and also help other people on interview techniques and anything that they'll need to be able to get a job. And the advantage of these social networks is that they are available 24 hours a day. Unlike when job seekers go to the public employment services, the public employment services open from 8 to 4, and thus limiting accessibility. Unlike with the social networks, people are able to be able to register and find out any information that they want concerning employment 24 hours. In the event that not everybody, we notice that they also have rural folk, and some of the rural folk might not be might not be able to use the internet. We hope to use an SMS subscription service to cater for the people who don't have internet access. This will enable job seekers to receive job notifications. So we will work with the telephone access, have network, talk to the telephone networks that are available in Zimbabwe, so that we be able to send bulk SMSs targeted between the ages of 18 to 35. This is possible because we have, for you to have a SIM card, you need to register with the different network operators. So thus, the network operators will be able to send the bulk SMSs to the appropriate candidates. That is the youth between 18 and 35. Shortlisted candidates will be notified through SMS or referral for interviews or placements in the event that the employer has stated their needs. Because when we would want you to register, when you register, you also send in your phone numbers. Having sent your phone numbers, we will then send you the relevant details for you to be able to go for the interview, or if you have been placed. Our achievements to date, we have, for the project, we have managed to implement the computerized system. So now in Zimbabwe, our PES is a computerized system. And recently, we have installed internet in all the PES offices countrywide. And these are 9 regional offices and 2 district offices. The challenges that we've been facing so far in the project are the technical and financial expertise. We need technical expertise to be able to carry out the mobile registration and to use the internet services. For someone to be able to really implement it, we need the technical services. Financial challenges, this cannot be overemphasized because you need a lot of finance to be able to start up the whole process. So right now we have the project is stagnant because of lack of financial resources. And then we need also training for the officers who are going to be able to control the internet uses like Facebook and WhatsApp. So we still need the officers to be trained on that. And then another problem that's hindering the use of mobile phones effective is we have a problem of electricity, especially in rural areas. So you'll find that some phones will, because there are no charging systems, they will not have access to the phone messages that will come through. But we hope as the year progresses and next year, we will be able to complete the project very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your presentation.